In this class, you're going to learn how to make my favorite food of all time, Portuguese sweet bread, or as the Azorians call it, massa sovada, pão doce, which you might hear more often in the continent. To begin this recipe, we're going to make a sponge. There are three things you must consider when making bread, especially this bread: time, temperature, and gluten. This is the first food memory I have, my mom making this bread. It's been passed down from my grandmother, from her mother, and the line of mothers and grandmothers stretches all the way back in time, and I love the history and the connection that we all have, especially if you have Portuguese heritage, to this bread. And if you don't have connection, and let's see if we can, you see how I gently just stretch. You gotta be gentle. And see how it's not wanting to. This is awesome. And I'm going to pick up the dough. Because I've oiled the container, it's not sticking, and I'm going to stretch it as far as I can, and I'm going to fold it over on itself. So let's talk about pan and their sizes. I have three options here that you can use. If you give the bread some internal structure before you bake it, it can be fluffier because you've given it structure. Now that the bread is cooled, let's cut into it so you can see the texture. So beautiful and fluffy, nice and tall.